So, leaving the military, it's one of the biggest transitions you'll ever make. What if you had an intelligent co-pilot to help you map out your next mission? Welcome. In this tutorial, which is Module 6 of the AI for Military and Veteran Professionals course, we're going to build a powerful 90-day transition plan, step by step, using AI as our guide. Let's get into it.
You know, in the service, your mission was always defined. The objective was crystal clear. But stepping into civilian life, that can feel like you're navigating without a map. The real challenge is figuring out how to translate all of your incredible experience for a totally new mission. Today, we're putting AI in the co-pilot seat to help us chart that exact course.
First things first, before we can build anything, we have to translate our language. Seriously, if we don't, our most valuable skills can get completely lost in translation. So the first step is to teach our AI teammate how to decode military experience into the language that recruiters and hiring managers actually get.
It all starts with the prompt, and you need to think of it less like a question and more like a set of direct orders for your AI. See how specific this is? We're telling it the target role, project management, so it knows which keywords to use. We demand that it quantify impact because, let's be real, numbers are what catch a recruiter's eye. And we forbid acronyms, which is so crucial for getting past those automated screening systems. This level of detail is exactly how you get high-quality results. And boom, here's the result. On the left, you've got the original military duty. It's accurate, sure, but it's not speaking the corporate language. Now look at the AI's translation on the right. NTC rotation becomes a much more understandable, high-stakes, 30-day field simulation. But here's the home run. It adds a measurable result, improving supply chain efficiency by 20%. That right there, that's the kind of impact that gets you an interview.
Okay, so now that we can translate our experience, let's build our core asset, the resume. But here's the key. We're not just building one. Nope, we're creating an entire arsenal, with each version tailored for a very different target.
Just think about it for a second. Your skills can apply to corporate roles, government jobs, and even scrappy startups. A single generic resume is gonna sell you short. Your experience is incredibly versatile, so your resume needs to be too. And the best part? What used to take hours and hours of work, AI can now draft for you in seconds.
Now this is fascinating. Just look at how the AI tailors the message from the exact same core experience. For a corporate job, it's hitting keywords like operational excellence and strategic goals. For a government role, it smartly highlights federal logistics and, of course, the security clearance. And for a startup, it completely shifts the focus to being agile and effective with limited resources. This isn't just changing a few words, it's changing the entire story to match the audience.
All right, with our resumes out in the wild, we have to prepare for contact. The resume gets you in the door, but the interview is where you bring that piece of paper to life. And this is where AI transforms from being your writer into your own personal, on-demand mock interview panel. And just like before, the magic is all in the prompt. We aren't just asking for some questions. We are commanding the AI to act as a hiring manager. Then we give it a clear mission. Ask a tough behavioral question. And this is the crucial part. Critique our response using the STAR method. This creates an incredible feedback loop for you to practice with. And there it is. The AI gives us a classic behavioral question. And you know why hiring managers ask this? Because they want to see how you handle ambiguity and pressure. It's not about finding some perfect right answer. It's about showing them how you think. Now let's see how AI helps us structure that story. Okay, here's how the AI helps us build that perfect response using the STAR method. First, you set the situation. You paint the picture. What was the context? Then you define the task. What was your specific objective? Next, you detail the actions you took. What did you actually do? And finally, you deliver the results. What was the outcome, ideally with numbers? Practicing this format with AI makes it feel like second nature when you're in the hot seat. Okay, we've translated our experience, we've built our resume arsenal, and we've rehearsed for our interviews. Now it's time to assemble all of these different pieces into a single comprehensive mission plan, your 90-day transition roadmap. But hang on, before we just dive into building the timeline, we need to talk about something that's absolutely critical. This transition, it isn't just about a career change. For a lot of us, it's a huge identity shift. A good plan gets you a job. A great plan supports your mental health and your well-being through the entire roller coaster of a process. So we build our prompt with that in mind. We ask for all the tactical stuff like skill gap analysis and applications, but we specifically command it to include milestones for mental health check-ins. This makes sure that we create a holistic, sustainable plan, not just another job hunting checklist.
And here is the roadmap the AI generates. It takes this huge, overwhelming mission of find a job and breaks it down into 3 30-day sprints. Phase 1, reconnaissance and skill building. Phase 2, targeted applications, going after specific roles. And Phase 3, the final approach, interview prep and making a decision. It turns a mountain into a series of clear, manageable objectives.
Okay, last thing, and this might be the single most important rule to remember when you're using this powerful new tool in your arsenal. This is all about making sure that you remain in command of the entire process.
You've got to remember, AI is your co-pilot, not the commander. You have to verify its data. You must edit its drafts to reflect your authentic voice. And you absolutely must personalize its outputs. And above all else, protect sensitive information. You are always in control, making sure that everything you produce is accurate, authentic, and secure.
At the end of the day, this technology is really about one thing: putting you back in command. It gives you the structure and the tools to plan your next chapter with the same confidence and clarity that defined your service. Your mission is no longer defined by others. So the only question left is, what will you command?